People can poo-poo musicals all they want. Oh, the musicals are dead. Oh, it's just a musical. I'm not into musicals. What are you talking about? Musical isn't like some category. Music is power. It's just another avenue to get to be more intimate with a character. And so I love it when people say, oh, I forgot that it was a musical. Great, because that's the job of what we're trying to do.
So this is Johan from Moovy TK in Denmark. So nice to see you, Jon.
Good to see you too. I hope those are all DVDs.
Those are all Blu-rays and 4K discs, my friend. Just about 4,000 of them.
Holy moly.
I was even fully prepared to. I have my Jon M.chu collection, even Step Up 3D in 3D.
In 3D. Wow.
Yeah.
As it's meant to be seen, as meant to be seen, yes.
Exactly, exactly. But it's such a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for another wonderful Wicked film. Of course, in the second movie here, in Wicked for Good, you directly intersect with sort of the storyline, the main characters of The Wizard of Oz. And even with the first Wicked film, of course, being such a huge success, I was still wondering, was it a little bit daunting as a film director to step into that sort of hallowed sacred ground, you know, sort of inviting that juxtaposition with one of the all-time movie classics?
But first, you must prove yourselves worthy by performing a very small task. Bring me the broomstick of the Witch of the West.
Bring me the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah, it's very daunting as a filmmaker, a storyteller who has loved that story since I was a kid, the one that showed the possibilities of cinema, the ones that for my immigrant parents coming to America meant so much to them. It was the American fairy tale. And not just that, but all the stories that we grew up, all cinema that we grew up with is influenced in some way or another by The Wizard of Oz. Like you have all these Blu-rays. We had VHS tapes all over our house, so much so that we had suitcases that my parents brought out, and we dump all the VHS tapes in there. I knew exactly what movie. Oh, Airplane's in there, Gremlins is in there, and then when people would come over, you shut the luggage and you like put it in the closet. It's very Asian of us for some reason, and so it was so much a part of us, and that's why I love to in this opportunity in Wicked to make a movie about stories, about reflections and distortions of what we say is beautiful, what we say a hero is supposed to look like, what we think a society is supposed to look like. And in movie one, we get the opportunity to set that up in the most glorious way. This is the Hollywood movie version of what it means to be a hero with the musical element and society at stake. But in movie two, it's like what happens the next day, the reality of this. Hey, now we're grown up. These movie lovers have grown up.
It's the Wicked Witch!
You can wave that wand all you want, but you have no real power.
Were these just fairy tales? Or is the world that we live in still can have that hope and possibility? Can we get through this messy middle that we're stuck in and not get lost in just the blame and the cynicism and lose the idea of what movies were all meant to be? That you were there, and you were there, and you were there, and that we did something great together. We tried to make it as real as possible in Oz so that it could feel like a dream for us, the audience member, to say, yeah, if we forgive each other, if we see each other, if we hear each other, then maybe, and by the way, if we forgive ourselves, because maybe we weren't courageous at the time we needed to be. Maybe there was a small window that we can actually still act like how we want to act. And maybe a movie can, you know, because it's forcing us a space to look and feel something, maybe that can remind us that we have that option. I love that movie two is a challenge. It's not an answer. It's not they lived happily ever after. It's Galinda saying, I'll try to be Galinda the good, not I'll be Galinda the good. And I think that's the feeling that we had shooting this. Ariana, Cynthia felt that when that it was in their souls and their blood. We talked about it every day. It was in the production design, the costume design. We talked about this every day. In Stephen Schwartz's music, some of which was written 20 years ago. How prophetic, how amazing that is. And that it got to add to this beautiful library with No Place Like Home.
Why do I love this place that's never loved me? But there's no place like home.
And Girl in the Bubble, which is more relevant than ever.
Such a beautiful life built on lies for the girl in the bubble.
I'd like to try to be Glinda the good.
And feel like it's always supposed to have been there. And to see the adaptation from Winnie and Dana. Oh my gosh, movie 2 is where they get to work. This is where they get their hands in there. And I think it's so underplayed, this idea of this adaptation, because, oh, it just seems like Act 2. No, 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 if you actually look at it, this is not. This is our statement in the Wicked world. This is why we made Wicked as a movie and why we had to be making it now. So I think all these things are brave, courageous. You're up against the giant shadows of this greatness, of the L. Frank Baum book, of the Wizard of Oz, not just movie, but the Return of Oz.
This is the Oz you haven't seen before, and this is the Oz you'll want to visit again and again. From Walt Disney Pictures comes a whole new world of entertainment.
Why don't we just fly back to Kansas?
Return to Oz.
Of The Wiz.
I'm on my way to find the Wiz. He's gonna get me back home.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. And good luck.
And then you're looking at Wicked, the novel itself, and then Wicked, the musical. Oh my gosh, Kristen and Adina, they're all shadowing on us. So the only thing we could turn to was each other and say, let's just find the truth in the material. Let's not try to top anything. Let's just try to be more intimate. Let's give them movies you get to be more intimate, not just about performance. And people can poo-poo musicals all they want. Oh, the musicals are dead. Oh, it's just a musical. I'm not into musicals. What are you talking about? Musical isn't like some category. Music is power. It's just another avenue to get to be more intimate with a character. And so I love it when people say, oh, I didn't even realize, I forgot that it was a musical. Great, because that's the job of what we're trying to do. And oh, it looks so easy. It looks so simple. Oh, that's not as complicated as this little film that's like jumping around in a car. No, it's so technical. It's so complicated. And we don't have the luxury of just releasing the movie and having anybody find it. We have to actually get the whole world and see this idea. And what are we speaking to the whole world to say? That is the real power of cinema. That is why cinema has stuck around all these years, because it's an enormous possibility of speaking to the world and seeing the life through another person's eyes. And what a privilege has been to do that through the eyes of Oz. And I'm excited that we finally, now the world gets to see the whole story in 2 movies, a year-long cinematic experience. So someone like you, that as if it was always on your shelf, that you would just, oh, what is this movie? Oh, I've heard so much, let's watch this movie. And it's always been there and always will be there. I love that about making this movie.
Yeah, it will soon be standing next to the first Wicked, of course.
Yeah, I love it.
Library. Thank you so much, Jon. It's been a pleasure. It's definitely a great movie, up there with the bangers like Gremlins and Airplane that you mentioned before.
Oh, thank you.
I definitely got a sense of a Return of the Jedi vibe with the broom fighting.
Johan,
yes.
Sorry, we gotta wrap it up.
I have to wrap up. Thank you.
Johan, I love you. I love you, brother. I hear you, though.
You too.
Thank you. Thank you. See ya.
What
have you done to me?
Because I knew you.